Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, August 12. Ground has been broken for construction to begin on a 754-unit housing development at Rhine Park Estate in St. James. The $8.4 billion project is a joint venture between the Housing Agency of Jamaica and a Chinese company, Hainan Fifth Construction Group Company Limited. It will be built on 96 acres of land in 6 phases over 3 years. The housing development will provide 1- and 2-bedroom apartments, 2-bedroom single-family homes, as well as 2- and 3-bedroom townhouses. Houses range in price from $7.9 to $18.5 million. At Friday's groundbreaking, Prime Minister Andrew Holness recommitted his government to providing affordable housing to Jamaicans.
So we're not just talking about it. We're building the housing, we're providing the financing, and we're reducing the transaction costs to allow you to own your own home. Owning your own home in Jamaica has never been easier.
National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang says the ministry is on target to rebuild or rehabilitate 149 of the 186 police stations in operation by March 2020. This is being done under a $5 billion project called Rebuild, Overhaul and Construct ROC. Minister Chang says the objective of Project ROC is to convert all police stations into modern, citizen-friendly workspaces and to provide officers with a comfortable environment that is conducive for work. He was speaking at the ceremonial opening of the Shady Grove Police Station in Luidesville, St. Catherine on Friday.
So there's a direct relationship between the performance of police stations and crime in their station areas. In other words, by improving the physical space of the police stations, officers are better able to perform their duties more efficiently, to have more meaningful engagement with the community, and have better crime outcomes as a result.
The ministry is partnering with the National Housing Trust and the Jamaica Social Investment Fund to improve the stock of police stations island-wide. Government has given a commitment to ensure the Jamaica National Children's Home is quickly rebuilt following last Friday's fire which destroyed the dormitory area. No one was hurt in the blaze, which cost damage upwards of $150 million, with risk amounting to $400 million.
The government will be responding very quickly to have the facilities rebuilt. But the truth is that it gives us an opportunity to take a second look at the facility. Maybe we need larger facilities, maybe we need facilities that are built differently. So it is now an opportunity to do that.
According to the Jamaica Fire Brigade, 2 units responded to the call at around 6:03 p.m. 3 other units were also alerted and contained the fire shortly after arrival. Investigators are to reveal the cause of the fire later today. In the meantime, the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, says a full assessment and inventory of needs is being prepared for the children and caregivers who were displaced by the Jamaica National Children's Home fire. Immediate needs include clothing, shoes, personal care items, and toiletries. Donations can be made at 9 Christopher Road in Stony Hill, St. Andrew daily between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. A team of social workers and counselors from the CPFSA were on hand this weekend and will be providing continuous psychosocial support to the wards and caregivers over the coming weeks. Minister with oversight of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Carl Samuda, visited the children and staff on Saturday at their new temporary home and offered encouragement.
The children they are in good spirits and they have a positive outlook. I am comforted in the knowledge that they are getting the best care that they can under the circumstances.
The Jamaica National Children's Home, which houses wards aged 7 to 18 years old, is a private institution managed by a board and the Methodist Church in Jamaica. Work is progressing on the Essex Valley Irrigation Project, as 4 of the 6 irrigation wells have now been drilled. The project, which costs £35 million, is expected to benefit over 700 farmers in St. Elizabeth and Manchester. It includes the development of a climate-resilient off-farm irrigation system. Agriculture Minister Audley Shaw says another £20 million will be spent to have hundreds of small farmers in Clarendon and St. Catherine benefiting from irrigation infrastructure. This, he says, is aimed at counteracting the impact of the drought associated with climate change.
It's going to be a contributory plan. You put something to it, government put something to it, and we get it moving much faster. drip irrigation systems. That has got to be a big part of the solution of the climate change environment and the drought conditions that we are facing today.
And finally, Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister, Mike Henry, is reiterating the need for investors to move quickly on the establishment of an aerospace college to offer aircraft maintenance, repair and overhaul services in Clarendon. Minister Henry has previously indicated that there is investor interest in developing the aerospace college, which he says could be built next to the Garvey Maceo High School.
That doesn't have to wait on a runway for you to be able to form a training school. The maintenance, repairs and overhaul of planes, whether it be a small plane or a large plane, is now done more in Europe and other countries than here. And that is part of what could be started right away, because as long as they can come and land on the 6,500 square foot runway, they can begin to be used.
The minister was speaking at last week's Denby Agricultural Industrial Food Show. The establishment of an aerospace college is part of the broad development plans for the Vernon Field Aerotropolis. During his recent sectoral debate contribution, Minister Henry said the Airports Authority of Jamaica was undertaking several preparatory activities for the project. These include acquisition of private property and the transfer of Crown lands near the runway. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.